Thanks for joining us for this KRQE webcast. I'm Alex Goldsmith. A former Albuquerque mayoral candidate's son is back behind bars again. According to a criminal complaint, an APD officer pulled over Christopher Hay in a stolen car at the YMCA near Tramway and Comanche. One of the officers who responded had just arrested him for a similar charge last month. Hay, the son of mayoral candidate Paul Hay, was arrested in January as well after a family says he broke into their house and slept in their daughter's bed. That case and his other stolen car arrest from earlier this year have both been dropped by prosecutors but could be refiled. A 14-year-old Roswell girl was arrested after police say she set her family's home on fire. It happened Wednesday after investigators say the girl and her stepmom got into an argument about the girl not going to school. Police say a bottle of lighter fluid was found in the backyard and the middle school girl was seen running from the home. Police say a man was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. The teen is charged with arson now. That home, a total loss. He fought for civil rights and social justice for Latinos.
Sí, se puede. Sí, se puede.
Today, the late Cesar Chavez was honored once again in Albuquerque. The 23rd annual Cesar Chavez Day was celebrated with music, dancing, poetry, and a march for justice in honor of the farm worker and labor leader. Many of today's marchers say Cesar Chavez laid a foundation we need to continue to follow today.
We still have workers in the U.S. who make less than minimum wage, and that we would still like to support the people who work the hardest to provide our very basic of needs.
The march began and ended at the National Hispanic Cultural Center, which was also the center of this afternoon's celebrations. Albuquerque residents plagued by tumbleweeds this week got a helping hand from the city. This is what Ventana Ranch West looked like on Wednesday. Homes and cars were covered in tumbleweeds. In fact, one woman's backyard was filled up to her roof. Today, it was all cleaned up. That's because City Solid Waste and Municipal Development sent out around more than 24 people to deal with that problem.
At first they said they were going to do only the front yards of folks, and they went ahead and did the backyards as well. So it's pretty amazing. I'm very pleased with the city right now.
People out there are hopeful that today's heavy winds don't bring back another tumbleweed avalanche. Speaking of that, it could be a bit of a windy Easter, right, Chris?
The winds are going to come down just in time for Easter, actually.
That's
so
good.
That's the good news. And the winds weren't out of control like they were earlier this week, but still windy at times this afternoon, and they'll continue to be so as we head into the evening hours. On top of the wind, also dealing with some snow in the northeastern half of the state. Look at Highway 64. It looks like it goes down with nothing on the roadways. Raton Pass shut down along I-25. You can see the traffic at a standstill here, and then the ice and the snow covers the lens. So they're dealing with quite a bit of snow in far northeastern New Mexico. Angel Fire reporting about 3 inches of snow so far, and you can see the snow is pushing from the west to the east along the central mountain chain into the northeastern half of the state here in the metro, just dealing with the wind. So again, you want to hold off on travel if you have travel plans around the I-25 from Springer up to Raton. And then we're seeing that colder air moving in from the northeast, so that is changing over the rain to snow just to the north of Tucumcari. Fortunately, most of this action is now pushing to the east, so as we head into the next 2 to 3 hours, around 9-10 o'clock, we'll start to see things winding down in northeastern New Mexico. Today, we hit a high temperature of 63 degrees. That's typical for this time of year, but take a look at Raton. They're at 39 degrees. Roswell at 79, Carlsbad all the way up to 81 degrees. So feeling like winter in the northern half of the state. Spring here in central New Mexico and late spring in southern New Mexico. So today was a mixed bag of weather all across the region, and those winds still on the strong side here in the metro, gusting over 30 miles per hour along with TRC and Socorro. So the winds this evening eventually coming to an end. They'll be the strongest in the eastern plains as we head into the overnight hours tonight, with those winds still sustained from about 15 to 25 miles per hour with higher gusts. And then as you wake up on your Easter Sunday morning heading out to church or breakfast tomorrow morning, the winds won't be a factor and our skies will be clearing out, and the winds will remain light throughout the day tomorrow. It's on Monday. The winds crank up once again by the afternoon. We're seeing those winds sustain from about 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour as another storm system closes in on the Four Corners for the beginning of the week. So here's a look at the moisture again for tonight. As we head into 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight, that moisture is moving into North Texas and western Oklahoma, and behind it, a lot of clear skies. So tomorrow's going to be a much nicer, calmer day for your Easter Sunday, and we'll stay quiet as we head into Monday morning. It's during the day on Monday afternoon that the winds crank up. up. You can see the storm system approaching from the west. That could trigger some spot showers across the higher terrain in northern New Mexico into southern Colorado to begin the week. Durango, Pagosa Springs, and Cortez, high temperatures into low to mid 40s. And then as we head into your Monday, those high temperatures rebounding, warming back up into the 50s to near 60 degrees with a chance for some spot showers and warmer temperatures along with those windy conditions. Farmington, Gallup, and Grants, quieter for tomorrow. A lot more sunshine. High temperatures still on the cooler side, 50s and lower 60s. Then we warm up to near 70 degrees for Tuesday, but it is going to be windy as we head into the beginning of the week. Into the southwest, 60s and 70s to near 80 degrees. Still breezy at times for tomorrow with those winds sustained from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Into the southeast. Windy tonight. Those winds come down for Easter Sunday morning, and then those high temperatures from tomorrow back into the upper 70s, lower 80s. Those temperatures come down a bit for Monday, and then they're right back up on your Tuesday into the lower 80s into the northeast. We'll see that snow winding down as we head into the later evening hours tonight, meaning for tomorrow, travel will be much better for Easter Sunday after the morning hours. Once those temperatures rise above freezing, will be in the 50s and the 60s. We could see some showers returning by the end of the week. And then over to the northern mountains, we're back into the 50s for tomorrow. Temperatures warming up for the beginning of the week. Those winds will be cranking up for Monday and Tuesday in Santa Fe. And then over to the east mountains, 50s and 60s with a chance for some showers by Friday. And then as we head into the metro for tomorrow, a lot more sunshine, high temperatures warmer, back into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Feeling pretty good for Tuesday, at least temperature-wise, but we will have to contend with the wind, and that fire danger is going to be on the high side for Tuesday, and a chance for some showers as we end the week and head into next weekend. So today, just a lot going on with snow in the far northeast, and the rest of us dealing with the wind.
A lot to watch out for, especially this coming week.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, thank you very much, and thank you for watching this KRQE webcast. We'll see you at 10.